I'm StrangeLove. I'm one half of Negro Impacto.
I'm Rory Sweeney. I'm also Carlos Danger and DJ iPhone Charger.
The streets need you.
The streets need me back. Like,
No
the streets are
way.
famished. Like, yeah. What are you up to for the weekend?
I'm just back from London. I flew in this morning. I actually saw Modra Solok for the first time at their Rough Trade thing.
Oh yeah, in London, just there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're doing a Rough Trade thing already.
It's mental, but what was even crazier, like, I only knew maybe 3 people in the crowd. Everyone else was like Modra Solok fans, because you're used to going to London gigs for Irish artists, and it's like, oh, there's the heads. But
I know. I remember even everyone like, all my brother's friends and stuff were all talking about them already, which is funny because they had like they had no music out. You know what I mean? Like, even recently I was chatting to this guy who's a promoter, and he was saying that that like bands are being advised to like not put out music and like just try and do what they did, you know, which is just like play rakes of shows and like, but yeah, fair play to them. I'm real happy for them. Like I because Paul was doing music stuff for years. Like, he was good mates with Ryan Dwyer or whatever, so I would have known him for a while, and he was doing kind of like spoken wordy stuff, but you know, there's always like, it's kind of hard to get that. It's hard to get an audience for that kind of stuff, I think. You know what I mean?
I think
this suits him so well. You know what I mean? He's such an amazing frontman and like such an amazing vocalist. You know, so I'm real happy for the boys. You know, and excited to see where they go. Like, yeah.
I'd say like now that he's doing this, he'll be able to make the spoken word stuff make sense, because like you say, he's a great frontman.
Yeah.
And I think like, because like, you know, he has a bit of an audience, people are down for like anything else that makes sense in tandem with him, you know, being a frontman for Modra Solok.
Totally, yeah. I know, it's great. I think also it's kind of like, you know, so much like Irish trad music isn't that formalized, or like doesn't have like a strict kind of structure. So, you know, you can get pretty creative in terms of how you're like singing things and how you're doing lyrics and stuff, you know. I can hear that in like Shanna's music a lot and stuff.
There was some of the songs though, like they were doing covers, and I feel like it was almost like a hint towards like where they want to take it, because I think like there's definitely a danger
covers or something like.
they were doing like who was it? What's that band called? Neutral Milk.
Oh yeah, Neutral Milk Hotel. Yeah.
So I think like, and I have heard from the lads too, like they kind of want to do something that's like rooted in the things that they're into.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So I think that's
I think that would be really exciting as well, because I mean, I think it's hard to be a new trad band, and just with how much good music is coming out, and with how much like edgy trad music is coming out as well. You know what I mean? You really have to fucking push about it. You know what I mean? Like that Lankum album is nuts. It's so industrial and like loud and long, and they're really pushing about it, you know. So I think it's really hard to follow that up, you know.
There's like an idea too. Oh, for sure. But I don't know, like I think there's a danger in being a trad band too nowadays, because like there's an idea of like Irishness nowadays where it's like, are we looking at it the same way? Like, just say like at that gig, I was just thinking of the amount of people that were like fantasizing about like wearing a paddy cap and drinking a Guinness at the same time.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think it's like typical London shit, like, you know, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's like this real like export ready kind of like paddy whackery or something sometimes, you know. Not that they're at that, but you know, just I don't know. You definitely get that in London, like, you know.
I think the people I talk to as well within the scene, it's interesting like to see how aware they are of it. Like, of course there's an excitement about trad music amongst like a younger audience, but like are people taking the right things from what inspires them? Like, are they I guess doing it for the right reasons, for lack of a better term? Not to say there's a right or wrong way, but like
I know. I mean, it's because it's like a performance or something, you know, like you getting back into like Irishness and Irish culture in that kind of way. And there's something I think about a lot, is that like, I think it used to like really bother me when like I felt like people were like listening to music for the wrong reasons, or like doing things that were good for the wrong reasons or whatever. And I kind of think it doesn't really matter, you know, because if they're like engaging with the music and they're like liking it or whatever, and they're spreading it, that's kind of a good thing, you know.
I know this is just specifically for trad, or just for
say for like trad music, like people performatively listening to it and wearing the paddy caps and stuff like that, you know. It's like I mean, it's like annoying, but like it's kind of good. The music is like reaching people, you know. At the
True.
very least, you know, it's like they're kind of open to it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, you know, down the line, like I was thinking about this, like when I first started making music, I think I was like big stadium DJ. I'm gonna do the coolest shit ever. I'm gonna be like David Guetta, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then like after making music for years, I'm like, I'm happy to just have a day job and just make tunes all day, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
so my way into it was this like incredibly like egotistical like. You know, like dumb teenager thing or whatever. And I'm still like that in a lot of ways, I think. But, you know, but now I'm just like, you know, I'm just doing it for the right reasons after doing it for the wrong reasons for a while or something, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know, you know what I mean? I think that's
Mhm.
that's kind of fine, you know? Or like, you know, like, I don't know, like men who are like performatively like reading like feminist literature or like listening to like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like this kind of shit. And it's like, yeah, they're reading it though, you know,
Yeah,
like, you
yeah,
know, and
yeah.
they'll, you know, I mean,
Despite the motivation
there's
might
something
be-
there, you know, there's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, loads of people go into things the wrong way, you know, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of fine, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and like I suppose like it matters like where you land, like in what you're saying, like you know, you get into music thinking like this is the type of stuff I want to do, and then yeah, just through your own development, like it just ends up somewhere else.
yeah, you just fall in love with like making tunes, I suppose, as opposed to the other thing or something, you know, or like you fall, I don't know, you know, like you just
Yeah.
realize what it's about when
Yeah.
you do it, you know.
I don't know. I feel like I'm still trying to figure out what music is about. Like it just changes every time.
Yeah.
Like even like when I think to the first time when myself and Chi were doing like Negro Impacto,
When did that start?
2021.
2021. Wow.
Yeah.
Because I remember you had a record out by the end of 2021 or something, didn't you? Something like
We
that.
had our EP out in October,
Yeah.
but then that's when
was a big
Workman
moment.
Cellar opened,
Yeah.
and everything just like everything was just all go. Everyone wanted to book people for gigs. and-
Totally. Yeah, and there's no international bookings as well, you know. So like,
Yeah.
we're so lucky because, you know, if we'd started now, you know, like international bookings are back, all the venues are shutting down, you know what I mean? We were in this like unique position where people wanted to put on loads of shows and they weren't, and every show was financially viable, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, anyway, you were saying just about when you were starting with Negro Impacto or whatever, you know.
Oh, just like we were just doing it, like just making tunes.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because there was nothing else to be at.
Yeah.
And then people are asking you like, you know, what's
the
your
mean?
story? Or,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what's
yeah,
the
yeah.
goal here? And it's like, I don't know, we're just putting music out and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
But it does make you question, like, I guess, like yourself in the sense of like where do you want to take things, or you know, like how, like what does music do for you?
Yeah.
So it's just and it changes over time, of course.
Totally,
like the
yeah,
goalposts move a bit more,
Yeah.
the more things that you get into or opportunities you get, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has been an interesting sort of like
Yeah.
journey, and just seeing like our own development, even just on a human level.
Totally, yeah. And there's such a, I think as well, like across all the Negro Impacto records, there's such a development across all of them. I really like the last one. Like, I mean, I was listening to that all this morning, but like, even just the mixing is like way kind of edgier, and there's a lot more kind of different like production techniques, and Chi singing in different ways, and it just feels a lot more lush and so much more developed and stuff.
Yeah, we had to crack the whip. We cracked the whip on Liam O'Dowd.
And Liam O'Dowd, yeah.
LOD.
Who's Liam O'Dowd? Is he?
You know LOD?
Oh, that's Liam O'Dowd.
yeah,
No
Liam,
way.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's been mixing our stuff since like we
Since
released.
the early days. Like.
Well, the early days was Lilo from Hair Squad.
Oh, was it? Okay,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Yeah. Like we spent like all summer in Camden with Lilo, and it was a great time. Like it was
Yeah.
really fun. And then we went and worked with Liam, and we've been working with him since.
Yeah.
Like I think that's been it's been an interesting thing for me to come to terms with. Like I feel like when myself and Chi were starting out, like I definitely was, I guess I was sure of the ideas that I wanted,
Yeah.
but Chi, like she's just down the clan there to have fun.
Totally, yeah.
So I think because there was this idea of like, oh, Laurence is the producer,
Yeah.
she wouldn't really, I guess like if I was like, oh, we should do this, she'd be like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that she might want to do something a
something
different
else.
way,
Yeah,
or try a
yeah.
different way.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
us trying to, I guess, understand each other and our communication styles and stuff.
Yeah.
it's definitely rewarding, I would say.
Totally, yeah, yeah. I think I'm still kind of learning and unlearning like that all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I had a funny moment recently where my girlfriend sent me this nice text over Christmas, but she was like, "Oh, I admire like how stubborn you are," and I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, I was trying to figure it out. You know, but
Yeah.
I guess it was in the context of like putting out the album or whatever. But like, but I was also like, I've been realizing a lot in the studio. I'm just like always just like, we need to make this weirder. We need to make it louder.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
like we need to make it really quiet. You know, or like I don't know. You know.
And I guess
but
you're working with so many different people too. So like,
I honestly, I barely ever make music with anyone these days. But I'm
Yeah.
barely ever making music at all. But yeah, like generally only work with like 4 people now. But for years, obviously, I was working with like 20 or 30 people at a time. You know.
but like just say like with Old Earth,
Yeah.
phenomenal record.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's class. Like it
Yeah.
definitely is my favorite music you've put out thus far. Entrance
Yeah, me
Places
too.
is actually no. There was Entrance Places, but there was a song I think was before Row.
The one, the long one with all the pianos, like the classical one or whatever.
Yeah,
with
that,
Richie.
that's
Yeah.
class.
Yeah. I think that I always think about those 2 tunes because I think most people have my like the perception of my music as being kind of like trolly or kind of rage baity, you know, and actually it's like quite cheesy and kind of sincere.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like a lot of it
Yeah.
is anyway, you know, or it's like kind of romantic or something, you know.
Yeah,
But I mean, I don't know. It's also just like the culture of the internet and stuff, you know. If you're just like making jokes, it just goes a bit farther.
true.
But anyway, yeah. No, it does. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. That's really sweet. Yeah,
Yeah. But I think like yeah, the collabs that you had on there, like do you feel like it was like you had to kind of like insert yourself in different ways to try and like work with people? Because I'm sure working with
Yeah.
Ethan is so different from working with like Saoirse Miller.
Totally, yeah. I mean, I actually with both of them, they were like right, and like the ideas that I had were like not that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with Saoirse, I was like, we had like an initial draft that we made of Entrance Places. Like there's like 100 versions of that song. I think like I spent 2 years making it. It's ridiculous amount of time to be making something, but like
Feel the pain.
yeah, I know, yeah, and that song as well is like I was also like so stubborn about it because like that song is like 120 channels of audio. You know what I mean? There's so much shit in there, you know. So like any sort of change could take hours, you know.
Yeah,
like so
yeah.
I was like don't fucking change it. But the initial version we made was really stripped back and really monotone, and I was really loving it. And then Saoirse did this new version, that was like so expansive, and she just did all these crazy harmonies, and like she was doing so much more and changed loads of lyrics and stuff like that. And I was just like, this is terrible. And I sent it to Shun, my manager, I sent it to Pippa, I sent it to Aoife Wolf, and all of them were just like, Saoirse's version's better, like you're being an idiot, you know what I mean? And I couldn't have been more certain, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think those kind of situations, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's always good to never like fully write something off, you know, just as like a general rule of thumb or whatever.
Yeah.
But still be kind of clear about what you want or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know, like honestly, for all of those things, I didn't really give anyone any direction, you know. I try not, like, I kind of have this like thing when I'm working with people where it was kind of something that I learned when I was in film school, which was that like if you were like working with actors, you'd let them do their like first go. You let them do whatever their idea is first, you know, without like giving them any kind of notes. And then that might be way better, and you might have to just change everything, you know.
Yeah.
So with everyone who's on that record, like they just did it, and I generally didn't really give them any notes or kind of any pointers or changers, you know. I just like changed the tracks loads about them. But I remember me and Saoirse having a thing where I was like, I don't like this version, and I was wrong about it, and it's so wrong about it, and the song's so much better for her being strong about that, you know. But yeah, generally I just let people do what they're gonna do, you know.
Like I was saying to the guys here before you came, because like you were talking about like doom scrolling.
Yeah.
I feel like every reel I find that I think is niche, you've liked it.
I know, it's so
I was
bad.
like, you are on that side of the
I
internet
know,
as well.
yeah. I know, I'm like chronically addicted to Instagram, Wikipedia. Like it's just like all day, it's just a tune them open. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
well, I also like in my job as well. Basically, like I'll have to do something roughly every like 8 or 9 minutes. So it's actually hard to get in like concentrated, focused time.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm either like scrolling or I'm like reading something on Wikipedia. The like experience of like being on Instagram loads and like seeing like echoic brain rot and seeing war crimes like within 30 seconds of each other, has like totally fucked my brain up. And I'm like, I think a lot of it, especially recently, like, and in the live shows and stuff, I'm trying to like, I guess, reflect that feeling of like information overload and like, these really kind of dejected and kind of uncomfortable sounds, and then maybe nicer sounds afterwards, or like, it's kind of tension release thing. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I meant by the doom scrolling thing anyway. But yeah.
I actually even heard that, like, I mean, at least I felt that whenever you sent me that the Bella song.
Yeah, the Twilight remix. Yeah.
I was just like, what's the name of the storm that happened recently?
Storm Chandra, I think.
Yeah, like I woke up in the middle of the night and I was just like, I'm not going back to sleep right now, so I'll just listen to these. And it was such a nice, familiar introduction. Bella's Lullaby,
classic, like greatest piano song ever written. Like,
and then it was just like,
yeah, I know, it's like really suffocating, like.
And I was just in the song for so long, and then I sort of shook out of it, and I was like, I actually need to go to sleep.
yeah, that's so
this
fair.
This is such an intense listening for 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
But it was sick. It was like giving like O'Neill tricks for sure.
Totally, yeah. He's such a big influence. I'm actually doing his course later today. He's doing this like masterclass. Yeah. I think him, and there's a guy called TEDx Hexer I've been listening to loads recently. He's this kind of really weird noise artist from Copenhagen, but all of his songs are like these like My Bloody Valentine kind of walls of sound and walls of guitars, but with like famous bits of other songs over them, like mixed really loudly, and it's like so overstimulating and actually kind of like really depressing or something. I don't really know how to describe it. Someone played it at a rave I was at like 6 a.m, and I remember just falling on the ground when I heard it. You know what I mean? It was like, and that's what I was copying him for like the outro of that track or whatever. Yeah. For context, it's like the opening of the song is like a real lovely arrangement of this like gorgeous piano tune, and then it's like really loud, overstimulating trance music for like a minute, and then it's just like a wall of sound for like 6.5 minutes probably. That's like really, too much. But yeah, I was trying to kind of reflect that, or like, I think I'm trying to work with like cathartic, like having these like really cathartic and intense feelings a lot, and to kind of break you out of the kind of the drug of like being on social media and being kind of half asleep, and being like everything's boring but you're never bored, trying to break you out of that, I really like that thing on the new One Tricks Planet Never album that it's called Tranquilizer, because it's like because he's like, it's about like the internet being just a tranquilizer, he's so amazing. I think he's one thing I think is really interesting about him actually, and I was kind of thinking about like because you were saying like, like people are asking you when you're making music, like what's it about, or like what's your story, or like what are you doing or whatever. I saw this great interview with him where like all of his albums are like so conceptual and so like feel really well thought out and like really well tied together. And he was saying that like when he makes when he makes music, like he'll just write an album for like whatever, a year and a half, and then like 6 or 7 months after finishing writing it, he'll just like find some sort of kind of conceptual narrative for it, or some sort of story for it, and then just build all of the kind of world and visuals and music videos and stuff off of that, and the story of it off of that. But he's like, when I'm writing it, I'm not like going into it being like, I'm gonna like describe this thing, or I'm gonna make, I think there's a classic mistake in art is to like try and like have like a message or something sometimes, it's like these things I think can only really come to you with reflection, and often you just have to invent it. Often you have to invent like the narrative about what the music is or what you're doing, like
and then you can make sense of it. I feel
totally,
it's pretty aspirational to like, I mean, fair play to people that can. I couldn't go into something and be like, I'm gonna make this type of song and it's gonna be about this. And
totally, yeah.
Like, I don't even think that's enjoyable too. Like, it definitely
really
limits like the freedom and fun that you can have in making anything.
Yeah. I have so many friends who are like that, and they're like, they just have such a trash time, when they're making music, because they're like, like, it's not the thing I want it to be. Like all music, I think, like all good music is like a happy accident. You like turn something on by accident or hit the wrong note or whatever, and then you're like, oh my god, I figured this out. Like, it's like it comes from like, I understand why loads of people think that like music comes from like, God or something, because it's like it's so like, I don't know. It's so like out of your control when things
Yeah.
are good. You know what I mean? Like,
And it's beyond words, like a
Yeah.
lot of the time. Like you can't. There's no manuscript in like how like sometimes you just land somewhere and it's beyond being able to surmise into words. Like I even think to like things like I remember there are people understandably would pull us up on our name, and I literally just saw it on the back of a spray paint can. And I just thought, like,
oh really?
it
Yeah,
sounded
yeah,
like a superhero's name.
yeah.
But
Right.
then after the fact, when people were like, you know, you can't say that, blah, blah,
Yeah.
it did make me think of like people's relationship with the name and their understanding of it.
Yeah.
And even people's relationship with names in general. Like,
Yeah.
it did make us think of like, okay, it's up to us to define the name.
Like what this means or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because I remember, I think when I first met you, I was like not saying the name, and you were just like, say it's fine. you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. A lot of people don't, which is so fair. Like a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
people just be like Lawrence's band or like. But I
Just loads of
completely
music
completely
videos.
get it. Like I suppose it's just people's like where they're at and their perception of things. Like
Yeah.
it's so valid.
Yeah.
I found names sort of cringe. I remember like when I started DJing
Yeah.
and a few lads.
StrangeLove's a good name though.
StrangeLove, like I eventually got to that name, but prior I was just like, no one else is called Laurence Kapinga that I know of. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
yeah.
like you'd go to like gigs where there's like
But
10,000.
you have music under your own name, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
have some
yeah.
like that kind of dance music and stuff under your own name, right?
Yeah, when I started putting stuff out initially, I just used Laurence Kapinga.
Yeah.
But people would be like, "What's your DJ name?" As if like I don't know, like just a lame superhero. sort
Yeah,
of vibe.
yeah, yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, Laurence Kapinga. Like let's just run with that."
Yeah, totally, yeah.
But I think StrangeLove is a nice umbrella to put like most things under because
Cool. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I don't think people care that much about like, but Laurence Kapinga makes this sort of music. How's StrangeLove making?
Yeah. I know, but yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like,
it literally doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. It can be good to have like names to separate stuff. I think I'm like always trying to separate the like hip hop stuff from what I do, because you know, the stuff that I do for like Gav and Kareem, it's like for Curtisy and Amadou Love and MB and stuff like that.
People know their names.
I
man.
know, yeah,
I
yeah.
edited them.
What's it called? They you know, like it's like super simple. I mean, you know, like when you're making beats for people, it might be like 2 instruments, you know, or like 1.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
it might just be like a sample, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, and then like I'm making this like real dense and chaotic like electronic music, you know, and then people are just like, oh, I don't want that or whatever. And I'm always trying to like create a separation there.
Yeah.
I mean, but actually one thing I think is really interesting about your production is like when I was like I remember when we were like first hanging out years ago. I remember you were talking a lot about how much you like knowledge and stuff, or at least maybe you were mentioning it in like press stuff or something. But like what I think is really interesting about the Negro Impacto stuff is that like it feels really influenced by knowledge, but you're actually like playing the instruments, not like samples or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's like a weird interplay of like being influenced by like samplers as opposed to like, I don't, like obviously you're influenced by the music that you're sampling as well, but like it's kind of this like really cool thing that I think has come about in the last like 10 or 15 years where there's like bands and stuff like that like, you know, emulate the sounds of like samplers. Like Cruza, I think is like a good example of like a band that do stuff like that, you know, like but I just think that's real cool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I do think like I remember it could have been like someone like DJ Shadow or someone, and I think he was just talking about like his process and crate digging and how he places such an importance on like actually trying to pay homage to the artist that made the original song by looking into their other discography and really just trying to connect
Find
with
more
the
samples.
music. Find more samples. In a diplomatic way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've, as well as like obviously being influenced by beat makers, I guess within my foundation, it's always been interesting to know where the sample came from, where the sound came from, and even the artists that I'm into, like, okay, who influenced this person?
Yeah.
And how do you get there?
Yeah.
You know?
Totally. Yeah. Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
just, I guess it's a respect thing, but it's also, there is so much to be learned from that, as opposed to just, like, copying and pasting the thing and being like, look what I did.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's kind of like, it's more of a team effort in that way, like, the people that influence you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, totally.
just
Yeah, yeah.
from words, it could be from words alone or just like the output. So
Yeah, yeah. There's always a kind of like, without being like too wanky and schooly about it, you know, there's always like a kind of conversation interplay between all these things, you know.
it's interesting too, because I don't know, like I've sort of gotten over the idea of like trying to make something completely original, because it just doesn't exist. Like it at least I don't think it does.
Yeah. I think the best I think I can do. I often think I'm making something really original, and then I realize I just copied someone. But you know, like I think I'd like when I'm making music, like especially now, I think I try to always be in a situation where I don't know why I'm doing things. You know, and I'm like just like where I don't really have like a reference point or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And it kind of takes longer, and it's pretty scary. But I think that's like that. Honestly, that's like what really excites me. You know, so I try to like be on that buzz as much as possible, and then I end up just like bringing in reference tracks and kind of stealing bits from, you know, here and there, you know. But
yeah,
like,
get it over the line.
get it over the line. But yeah, what was the first song that you heard that you were like, oh, I want to like start making music?
Damn, you know, it actually could have been, it could have been one of my friends from Dundalk in the most
really?
respectful way. Like a lot of my friends were making beats and like, you know, dance music.
Right.
And I was just like, I could definitely do that.
Yeah.
Like, and it just looked fun because, like, at the time, rest in peace, McManus's, like, a lot of our friends were throwing on parties there, and
Right. Yeah.
they're DJing and playing out their own tunes and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, there was just an excitement around that, like, all our mates are DJing, and
Yeah,
we made that
totally,
from
yeah.
scratch.
Yeah.
So you want to get involved with it. I feel like most people, like that, and not to sort of like, you know, separate ourselves from different people, but I think like everyone's a fan of music, of course, but like there's a number of people, a large number I'm sure, that like try to make it eventually, try to make something, like they're that so they're so moved by the music in that way. So like I just found it so interesting, and just like just something I wanted to get into through my friends.
Just
like,
through your friends. Yeah.
them making music.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I started out like by making like ringtones,
Nice.
like on GarageBand, like
Yeah,
remixing the iPhone ringtone.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remixing
Like trap remixes or like.
Trap remixes. I think there's somewhere on my SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Remixing. I remember there's a remix somewhere that exists on SoundCloud of that Bicep edit, the Dominica one. Gotta Let You Go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another one, yeah.
That exists somewhere.
Okay, right,
online.
yeah.
I was like, this is hard. This out of here.
Yeah. I just put a 4 on the floor in this, and it sounds crazy.
Yeah. We are cooking.
We are cooking, yeah. I remember I used to do this thing when I was like 18, where I'd just be taking these like drumless trance tracks and just putting like a 4 on the floor in them. I was like, oh, these guys are fucking idiots. Like,
Okay, I could picture the biopic now.
Yeah.
Like Grandmaster Flash discovering scratching, Rory Sweeney discovers.
I'm just imagining like, you know, like the big like Tomorrowland stage with the smoke machines on the drop, just like
yeah, just a miniature like Rory on a massive stage.
Flames.
What was the tune for you that was like, I want to get into this?
I think I was kind of making music when I was like 12, but I was just on GarageBand. It was garbage, but like I was listening to loads of like Skrillex. Like I love Skrillex. And then my brothers were showing me like older dubstep, like Digital Mystics and stuff. Yeah. And I think I was trying to make music like Digital Mystics so that they'd think I was cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and so like bad rip-offs of Digital Mystics tunes when I was 12. And then I kind of left the music to the side for a couple of years. And then when I properly started making music, I was maybe like 17. And I was, I think it was the soundtrack for like Under the Skin or something. Just like made a really big, I used to just listen to it in bed with the headphones on and just kind of trip out to it. And I just tried to kind of recreate that, I think. And then I kind of, because it was like the sounds are so crazy in it and stuff like that, I just got really into making really weird sounds, and I'd just be recording stuff and making stuff like that. So my kind of proper way in was just making these weird sounds, you know. And then eventually, you know, after, I remember like I was doing that for like a couple of years, and then there was like, I was like dating this girl, and I was like 18, I was really insecure. And she was like, oh, listen to your music. And it was like the song where I was just like, I was like singing, and it was like 40 seconds long, and I was like singing an autotune like really out of key. I'd like pitched it out of key, and it was like 40 layers of this.
Yeah.
And it was just me going like, and she was just like, that's real weird, and she like kind of stopped seeing me, and not because of the music, but I was like, but I read it as being because of the music, and then I was like, fuck, I need to start making beats.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, like no girls will ever like me. I have to start making beats for people, like, you know.
Oh. That's like the character arc right there.
That's I know, rough. Yeah. I feel like you know.
Where's she now though?
Where's she now? You know what I mean? Like I'm up right now, you know.
Old
right
Earth.
now. Old Earth, number 18 in the charts 1 week.
Yeah, that's mental too, actually.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes to show that like physical. I mean, that was from selling like, from selling only from selling 200 records on vinyl. So like that didn't count any, like I fucked it up. That didn't count any of the digital sales. So like if it counted the digital sales, we would have been like in the top 5. You know what I mean? Like it was totally my fault. But just from selling like 200 records, you know, physical records or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I was in the top 20 in the charts. It's like it's encouraging, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
And like, you know, like now we've kind of made the money back from it and we're paying ourselves and stuff, you know. So like I think it's kind of a good thing just for artists generally to be getting back on physical releases, you know. The streaming thing. Also like because people were buying it on vinyl and it was harder to reach, people just listened to it, you know. Like the tunes are pretty long. If it was on Spotify, no one would have listened to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
So like I don't know, you know, it's a good thing. Like
Yeah, like it definitely has you, like you have to engage with the music a lot more. Like
Totally.
Spotify, like it's such passive listening.
Such passive listening, yeah.
It's definitely just a different version of Instagram. Like
Totally, yeah. I mean, like literally, like I mean, I've said this before, like loads of times, but like, Entrance Places was the only tune from it that was on Spotify. It was before I took my shit off Spotify, and 95% of people listen to the first 3 seconds and just quit. And the first 3 seconds is just like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like how how is this a fucking rational thing? Like you know what I mean? Like this is like thousands of people, like you know what I mean, that are just like doing this. You know, it's like it's fucked it, you know. So like
it does make you sort of like interested in the listener's experience and like how do you hold people's attention nowadays? Like even
That's why I was so paranoid about people not listening to it. It was actually, I guess it maybe came from a real selfish place, but I was like, no, people have to listen to it. I spent so long like making this, and the songs are really long, and everyone's fucking brain rotted, and they're not going to listen to any of the songs in their entirety. So that's why I got kind of the reason we did the like album listening with the film.
Yeah.
Like Dermot was making that anyway for a live show, but like I was just like, no, I'm gonna have like, at least I'll know that like 150 people will listen to it start to finish because I'll be watching all of them. You know, I was like at the back of the room just like watching who's going to the toilet and stuff, you know. Like and I was like, okay, they've listened to it start to finish. It doesn't matter if it's trash. They've just listened to it start to finish, you know what I mean? Like
that's giving like teacher movie time.
Yeah. We're watching my favorite movie. Like I used to teach kids in a summer school, and I was like, we'd be watching my favorite movie, and I'd be like, no, you're not drawing a fucking picture. Like you're not drawing a picture with crayons. I know it's summer school. We're watching my favorite movie.
You see this color grading?
Yeah. You see this fucking shit? Hey.
Yeah, like it's. I think like even like, you know, people sort of, I guess people are just throwing things at the algorithm and seeing what works.
Fucking
but
every rapper is releasing like 40 track long fucking albums that are like like the
Playboy
Party album was like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
But I don't know.
Why would you do that?
Like it's, but like I think, but people, I don't know. Like I guess like no one really knows what's working anymore.
Yeah, totally. That's so true. It couldn't be more true. I think. Yeah.
Like I think like it's a shame too, because like, okay, I'm gonna sound maybe cynical and high horsey or whatever, but like I feel like people are now treating art as like, you know, there's art and there's art that serves as, you know, entertainment, and I think like the lines are being blurred where people are writing a song, spending how many months, maybe years on a song, and then they're digesting it to something that can exist on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
And then it's being treated as like entertainment. It's like, oh, that's lovely. It's like, no,
really
this is a song.
Yeah. It's like it like exists in the same category like as like videos that were like just recorded. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
like it's in the same category as like an Instagram story that was recorded like 10 minutes ago. You
Yeah,
know, this
yeah.
like piece of art that was like, you know, might have years of work in it, you know, like it's on the same level, and people consume it the same way, so they treat it the same way, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, like people don't give a fuck about like you know, the art or the artists or anything, you know. But it's
Yeah.
not their fault, it's just like a kind of thing that's been forced on them with like
Oh yeah, yeah,
shitification and how these like these like companies run or whatever. But like
yeah. Yeah, like it but then it's hard to kind of like, you know, hold that idea, and like you shouldn't be so downtrodden, and you shouldn't compare yourself to an Instagram reel that's got 1 million views and
Totally,
that
yeah.
doesn't make sense, but
Yeah.
like everybody is laughing at it,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
or they're more engaged with it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, the Medieval Times reel has gone viral twice now. You know, like Gav put it
Yeah.
up again there, and it's gone
Yeah.
really viral twice, and absolutely no one has listened to the album because of it.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like it's been seen by like 3 million people, and like no one has listened to the album because
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it, or even the song. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like there's
Yeah.
like 2 comments on both of them, just being like, "Is this on Spotify?" And I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Oh, you should put it on Spotify." Like, I don't know. Yeah. So we're just in this weird. I think maybe it's not that I don't know. To see a positive in it, I guess it just like it kind of. I guess it kind of reframes like the whole making art thing to just be about making art, you know, because you're just like, you know, more than likely no one will listen to this.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, loads of people will see it, like loads of people will see it, but no one will listen to this. So it's like,
Yeah.
you just kind of have to really just do what you enjoy and like really take pleasure in the kind of craft of it.
Yeah.
Because there's literally no external gratification
Yeah.
to be gotten, really. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
that-
that's not a good thing anyway, to be getting the external gratification. You know, it's not
Absolutely,
like a, you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Like you can't. I mean, and there definitely are people that do it because it's the cool thing. It's like I
Yeah.
just started rapping because
Yeah.
it's the cool thing.
yeah.
Or I just started, or like started making beats or whatever. But
Yeah. They also
if
the
that's
same.
your motivation,
Yeah.
like there's not a right or wrong way, but like it's very obvious for the audience to tell. Like even nowadays, no one's fooled by anything. Like you know,
Yeah.
it isn't a thing where.
Yeah,
"Oh,
people are
it's
pretty wise to like, you know, like the tricks, like. You know,
yeah, and even the process. So like when I guess like it's presented in a way of like, okay, people are so interested in like, okay, where does this person come from? Like, how did you get into XYZ? And I don't know, for me, if I see someone started, I don't know, like rapping like 2 years ago, and like their favorite rapper is like Playboy Cardi, or
Yeah.
like it's like the biggest names,
It's
and
like
it's just
the-
like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
no, I don't know, there's no culture or history or like
Yeah.
even interest to like know about the thing that you're entering in.
Totally, yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. It's so like surface level, yeah. And maybe that's the kind of thing that's gone back as old as time, though. You know, is like you know, you think about all the bands that have ripped off the like famous or kind of cool bands or whatever in like the 70s and 80s, all the like one hit wonders and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Or like the millions of bands that ripped off Nirvana in the 90s, you know, like Pearl Jam or something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's always been a thing, but it's just way more annoying now because they're just so good at being on the algorithm, and they're just forced in your face all the time. you know?
Yeah.
But
How
yeah.
what's your screen time look like?
Actually, very not crazy, because my iPhone is broken, so I actually don't use my phone very much. I use a Nokia, but when I'm in work, it's like, yeah, it's probably like 5 hours or 6 hours. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be really high though, like, but I mean, with the album release, and now that my phone is pretty much fully fucked and I have a job, you know, I've kind of reined it in a little bit, you know, like, you know,
By
I'm like,
force.
I'm like pretty much at the point I can read books again.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Just about.
but my screen time was looking good. It was
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
good for a while there, you know. I was
think
putting
mine's
in
pretty
putting in
bad.
pro hours, yeah.
I'm actually gonna check what mine is.
Yeah. You've got to, you also pop up. I want to throw it back at you that you also pop up on some pretty freaky shit I see on Instagram.
Look at that. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is actually kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very little, guys. Do not worry. Like,
Do you want to know what it is? Yeah. 9 hours, 14 minutes.
Wow.
I feel like mine's very tall as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's is.
Yeah. I think also we're like, but it's also like inescapable, like these like technologies as well. Like, you know, like I'm like my job, my phone is so fucked, but I have to use it for my job, and I'm so like realizing that like I can't survive without being like constantly giving away my data and constantly spending time on my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything is communicated through WhatsApp. Every booking that comes in my job comes in through this app that I can't get on my computer. And it's just like forcing me to be on the fucking thing. Like, you know what I mean? You think about like these technologies are just like so oppressive, just even in that way. You know what I mean? Like it's like, I don't know. Yeah. We're getting into Marxism now in a sec. It's no use. But
get the tinfoil hats out.
Yeah, get the tinfoil hats out. Yeah.
That's a crazy looking gizmo.
Yeah, it's a good one.
What year is that from?
I think it's a new one. It's actually, I bought it in like a really dodgy shop. It's half in Farsi, like Persian or whatever.
Oh, jeez. Has it got a camera?
Has it got a camera? No, it doesn't. It has loads of games, but they only have like free trials. I have to like call a number to get like more goes on Snake, like if I want. These are, I actually don't have anything that cool. Oh, Dartfine, Steven, Lutherist, Citrus, MB Beat. That must have been from a couple of years ago, I think, because I used to work with Lutherist and Citrus.
It doesn't even show the date on the note. It just
doesn't,
like,
yeah.
You just have to guess where are you?
Yeah. I'm on a Awesome Tree drill remix. That's a good idea. I should actually make that. You know, Awesome Tree did like Don't Let Me Go. It's like a classic like UK rave tune. It's like super euphoric. It's got this gorgeous like piano riff. You'll recognize it. It's very, very famous. But I was like, do a trashy like drill remix of it. It was like in my notes. I just like making those for myself. Yeah, these are all just text that didn't go through really. Yeah.
I normally like a lot of the time I use my notes to like type a text out.
Yeah.
And look at it before I send it.
Yeah.
But
You've got some paragraphs there. You've been beefing with some.
This is a thing called things that annoy me but aren't a big deal.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so good. Can I see them?
Some of them are relatable, like when you can hear someone's alarm continuously going.
Oh, bruv, this morning my fucking housemate was like, her alarm was going off for like an hour. Oh my god, it was so bad. I was trying to like sleep in a little bit. I've been waking up at like fucking 6:30 every day for the past couple of days.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to sleep in a little bit, and it's just like, yeah.
You
know what I mean?
Like what's the point after a certain point?
Yeah. Just fucking sleep. Like,
yeah. Don't exert that pressure onto me to now get up. And now I'm thinking about like, when are you gonna get up? And now I'm concerned about your well-being.
Your well-being, yeah. You dead, like, you know.
Yeah.
And if you are, shut up, like, you know, like, yeah.
Oh, this is one that like this might divide the crowd, because I know when I said it to some of my friends, they're like, hey, people that announce themselves as someone who likes giving hugs, or I'm a hugs kind of person.
Yeah, that's a kind of funny one. Yeah, because it's actually not like, it is nice when people are kind of affectionate, but it like.
Just
but I think people, just kind of do it. Like, I think people who are like, oh, I'm a kind of hugs kind of person, and it's just like, oh, you will not let me go. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, like, whatever. I'm kind of okay with that. Maybe I'm going to disagree with you there.
I'm down with the hugs. I'm down to hug, but like, let's just do it.
You weren't loving that hug I gave you when we came in. I feel like
because you were late. This man was 2 hours late for this thing. This is my 6th pint.
It's your 6th pint. You're fucking wasted right now.
Oh, this is do you drive?
No, I don't. No.
Okay, so this is one, like, I think like if you see it, you're like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So learner drivers who place their L plates in stupid places like on the bonnet. But what's the story with that? Just put it on the window in the corner. Instead of like on the bonnet, or like just like why are you putting it on the bonnet? Like, and then you have to rip it off eventually, because you're not going to be a learner after so much time.
Guillotine.
Yeah, type shit. Oh, when people say we'll agree to disagree. Shite bags.
Yeah, shite bags. Yeah. I think often I find that when people say we'll agree to disagree, it's like kind of like centrist dad types who basically are like being like contrarian for like no reason. You know what I mean? Like my... Yeah. Sure. I won't out anyone here, but like, you know, but like big brain centrist types, you know, they'll be like, why would you like, you know, why would you hate like, you know, Leo Varadkar or something? It's like, no, it's like, oh no, someone was like, why would you hate like Ivana Bacik or something? He's like, Labour, and I was like, when she was in government, she got rid of the single parents allowance and people died.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? As like a lot of like women died, like, you know, like froze to death or whatever. And like and they're like, why would you invest hate in someone? It's like, well, that's a pretty fucking good reason to invest hate in someone, you know?
Yeah, based off the facts.
Yeah, or like this person was like talking to me today. They're like, oh yeah, you know, there's fascists on the left and the right, and I was like, you don't understand what fascism is, you fucking idiot. You know what I mean? I was like, and they were just like, we'll agree to disagree. And I was like, no, you literally need to Google this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like I feel like at a certain point it's just like, let's just squabble.
Let's just squabble. Yeah.
Words aren't doing anything here.
Yeah.
I'll give 2 more.
Yeah, I actually have 2 questions for you, I think. But yeah, I want you to read these out though.
Old people. Old people
It's
is
a good one. It's a good one. Yeah. Do you ever see that fake TED Talk where with Sam Hyde? I know he's kind of cancelled now, but he basically rocked up to a TED Talk in Roman armor and like he wasn't.
Oh yeah.
He's like, what are we gonna do with old people and the disabled? We're just gonna kill them. And then everyone at the TED Talk is just like. Yeah.
That is so funny, and like it took them a while for people to figure out like, okay, he's not meant to be here at all.
Yeah. They just saw him in the Roman armor and he was like, oh no, I'm like a tech journalist for Vice, and they were like, oh yeah. Like, you know, like they're like, it's gonna be so inspiring.
One of my last one I mentioned earlier, because like it's 2026.
Yeah.
By the time this goes out, it'll be 2026.
Right.
Happy New Year. Happy St. Bridget's Day.
Big time. Yeah.
Sorry to put a timestamp on this video.
Yeah.
But people that still take yokes in this day and age.
What?
Yes.
Crazy.
Because
dry January except for yokes.
Yeah. The way I see it is like, we got the iPhone. We have the iPhone 17. Why are we still taking yokes?
Come on.
Because if you think about it, imagine
you have to take a yoke at least once a year.
But like, if people are still taking yokes, why isn't it like advancing in the same way like vaping? You got this sour apple flavor.
Oh, they should taste really good.
Yeah, imagine taking a yoke,
and taste
which we don't do. We don't condone it either.
Yeah.
But if you do, there's something you should question. Why isn't it tasting nicer?
Yeah.
Like why?
If it tasted nicer, I would totally die.
Yeah. Even if you think about it, like when people were smoking cigarettes, they'd have to smoke outside all the time.
Yeah, taking your yoke outside. Like.
But now you can bring the smoke inside, and it tastes like cotton candy.
Yeah. You gotta adapt it. Yeah.
Like maybe we
they
can
should have a little controller for the yoke, like up and down.
Yeah. The intensity. You can decide the intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the science, and people are lacking with that. Like that's all I'm saying. Like let's. Charge your yokes.
Yeah. Computer, make me love my friends. What's it called?
Do you have any thoughts on the Nepo babies of 2026? I feel like Jaden Smith is really doing bits.
Yeah, he's kind of back, isn't he? I kind of liked his first record. I was kind of okay with it. The production was so nice, and I think maybe that's why I liked it. But yeah, I mean, he's not that bad as far as Nepo babies go.
I just think like he's so embarrassing. Like I rate it. Like at the moment.
Yeah, totally. He's so locked in. Like
he's locked into being the most embarrassing human being. That I'm just like, I love the fact he's
such
so
a genius.
unaware.
Like, oh my god, but he was like, he came back last year and he did the Complex like interview. It was only like 40 seconds long or something. But he's like, this is he's like modern love, a spiritual exploration 2025. He's like, that's what my new album is called or something. And I was like, Brev, you're so good. Like, you're so smart. Yeah, I love him so much. I think he's so fucking funny.
When it's all said and done, that's when he'd be appreciated.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Loads of Nepo babies have made unbelievable music though. Like Kate Bush. Like Kate Bush is a Nepo baby, and like she's pretty goated, like, you know.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus
made loads of great music, like, you know.
It's the climb.
Come on, like.
That had you and Party in the USA.
Her new album's fucking sick as well.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet.
Very, very good.
I'm still on that Party in the USA.
Party in the USA is a crazy good tune. Yeah.
Like it'd be so like, and imagine like, I mean, right now there is the complete opposite of Partying in the USA. But
yeah.
if she had another Party in the USA moment,
Yeah.
I honestly feel like the same way Live Aid solved world hunger.
Yeah, right, totally, yeah. This is actually a good thing. I always think about like you think about like John Lennon, like, you know, made like the most famous song ever about war ending, and like things have gotten so much worse. So much worse.
But listen, imagine all the people. Just imagine all the people. That's what we're not doing. We're not imagining all the people. We're just like.
Fair play to John Lennon with that one. Like, he was cooking, you know. Like,
He was cooking.
He's the first person to figure that out. Like.
He died, and the fact that he's dead now, I wonder if he just thought like, well, that's me done now. That's fixed.
Yeah.
That's sorted.
Dude, I was like, the thing I always think of as crazy about John Lennon is, you know, he was like shot to death at John Lennon's death site. It's like, Fred, don't go there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I saw fucking Rory Sweeney's death site on Google Maps, I would be avoiding that place. Like, he's just like, oh, I guess I'll go there then. I don't know, he's British or something. Oh, I wanted to ask you, do you have a dream project? Is there anything that you've like wanted to do for years or something, or like any sort of like thing?
I'd love to get like all the Irish artists together and then we just make like a peace song or something.
A peace song, yeah, that's so good.
Like
maybe we cover like a John Lennon tune or something like.
It would feature me, the Gliders. I'd get like Travis, L.
Yeah. Scruffy Munley.
Yeah.
Scruffy Munley on the thing, like.
Yeah.
Sugaboo,
Jinx Lennon,
yeah.
And they'd all get like a 16, and we just like see what happens. But we'd live stream it on Twitch.
Yeah. Live stream it on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah. And then get the people engaged, because that's what it is. Like, we just need to imagine all the people again.
Imagine all the people, yeah.
And then things will sort itself out.
Things will sort itself right out. Yeah. I have a really good feeling about that.
Yeah. I want to be a glider. I feel like that's in my future. Like,
oh, really?
I feel like I could be a glider.
Yeah.
Like I could.
It's probably hard to be a glider.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, you know, they just need more departments. I could be like, because they got like so many versions of cool. Like, how about like I'm just the one from Dundalk?
Yeah.
Well, lads, how he's getting on?
Yeah.
That beats class.
They're doing like they're doing like their videos and stuff, and you're just like
in
the background, like good lad.
Just like that dynamic. I'm telling you, I can insert myself in that way.
Totally,
you know? And then it just, I think it broadens the horizon.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think that sounded really good on Beats Ears. Like,
Gliders.
Ironically,
yeah. Travis on Fangirl.
Yeah.
That'll be wild.
Yeah.
But I think I definitely would like to work with more people for sure.
Yeah.
I think like for quite some time, like Negro Impacto, like it is full on. And I mean, that's kind of how we want it to be. Like we definitely do believe in it and we want to take it as far as we can. But I feel like I've put aside a lot of the things that I'd like to do. I mean, even like we've started
we've started
stuff,
so many tunes.
And then we just kind of, in fairness, like we just got so busy.
Yeah. The last thing actually that you sent me, I kind of do want to use. I only just saw it when I was looking through a text, and I was like, oh fuck, actually that's like quite good to have.
Yeah.
With the guitars and stuff like.
Oh yeah. But like I just want to put myself in more rooms with people, and because like the times I have, like it's just been a really nice experience in trying to, like, I guess develop myself, but also get to know someone that and work with someone that works differently from what I'm used to.
Yeah. Those kind of pressurized environments as well can be kind of scary, but I think they're just so rewarding, you know. It's when you make the most leaps in terms of making music or just learning new crafts and stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. And yeah, like there's more, like I've never felt more of an appetite for it than I have, than I ever have. Or that sentence to kind of make sense, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Perfect.
Listen,
Rory. Yeah.
It's been real, man.
It's been real.
And this is only the start.
It's only the start. Remember this. We should make music together sometime.
We're gonna do.
Yeah. Imagine all the people.